The future's getting better with you by my side. Run, baby, run. Don't ever look back. They'll tear us apart if you give them the chance. Don't sell your heart, don't say we're not meant to be. Run, baby, run. Forever will be. Run, baby, run. Don't ever look back. They'll tear us apart if you give them the chance. Coffee. Hi, hello, good morning, welcome. Hi, welcome. Good morning. Hello, hi, hello. Welcome, good morning. I had completely forgotten how cute my evolutions were that I designed. They're so cute. I love them. Only thing I think I can change is the face shape of this one. Nom 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 nom. But hi, hello, good morning, welcome. It's our time? Question mark. I say question mark because I don't know what to draw, unfortunately. I'm not feeling the inspiration. But what else is new? My time on, waste my time on, waste my time being alive. I only wish dreaming of the light and turn off the shyness. All of the moves wake up for the silence. And oh, the way you taste my pillow. My motivation has been low for art. Still, even taking a break from doing art on stream, it still hasn't come back. Ah, sniffles. Wrong thing. Wrong thing. Right thing. What if I do more doodles like this? What kind of doodles? I have an idea. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, only sweeter. Thanks for time. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories. I hope I'm drawing this right. I'm gonna have to look up what he looks like actually. It was not the little boy that I has got it going on. She's all I want, and I waited for so long. Beautiful. melon thing. Melon warlock. Wait, no, he has some weird patterns on his face. He's got like a cheekbones, something on his lip, and then a big circle around his face. At least in Rivals, you know. Hi, Arson. Welcome. Congrats on first. Oh, I have a fun one in mind. How does she look like? All right. Okay. Would Melon more like they rise my goofs? Probably. Earring. Here's the funny part. It's Cloak and Melon. Notice how the cloak part remains the same. Who's another one of my mains? You sound tremendously EP if don't kick in. No, I'm just being silly. Mr. Mel Tastic. That makes sense. That was not that funny. I think it's funny that most of them are just my face plastered onto the characters. Meanwhile, the Warlock one is me genuinely cosplaying. I even changed the hair, which I didn't do for any of the other ones. I think that's super funny. What's another character that I play a lot? Penny, I guess. Melted is not on his stream connection solved. For real. And when as I held you, I'll never go back to Georgia. Not at least till I have to. I'm not gonna bed the place. All I ask, please don't tell me that I'm dreaming when all I wanted was to dream the sunset with you. I like Cloak and Melon. I think that one's really funny. Where the fuck did Tandy go? Who the fuck are you? Where's Dandy? Man, I don't know. I just showed up here. Penny. I'm not. I have. I don't think I've ever taken a good look at Spider, so I don't know exactly how it's shaped. Even Penny refers to Spider as it, which means it's their actual pronouns. It's Spider's actual pronouns. That looks like a penis. It looks better. Here comes my goofy ass. Um, I just realized something. I just realized something. They call Penny in the game Penny Parker instead of calling her Spider. Which means if they ever add Miles, they're gonna call him Miles instead of Spider Man. And that's gonna add more fuel to the fire of people that already don't think he deserves to be called Spider Man. Oh no. Also, most people say that are racist, so their opinions are invalid. Fair. Magic the Gathering gave him the respect and having Spider-Man in the name in the recent Spider-Man theme set. That's awesome. Also, hi Joshua. Uh, fuck. How how do I melanify Mantis? Even though I don't play Mantis that much anymore. Listen, I'm a Mantis veteran. When I play Mantis, I pop off. But I don't play her that much because I already got Lord and I got tired of playing her. And I have a feeling the same's gonna happen with Cloak and Dagger, except I haven't even gotten good at Cloak and Dagger yet. So I'm not gonna be a Cloak and Dagger veteran the same way I'm a Mantis veteran. Maltis. That works well enough. Nineteen, 1985. Made of snakes and who's the other guy that's singing in Van Halen? Hi, Payne. Welcome. Congrats on second. Hope you're doing well. Embraced my inner glebe glorb. Doing well, just woke up. Nice. Good that you got some sleep. Got some good sleep. I was gonna pause after that song and then switch over to where are you? Where the fuck are you? There you are. There we go. This one's still my favorite. I just thought before I started drawing, I thought of like how would you melonify cloak and dagger? And then my first thought was cloak and melon, of course. And then I realized, wait, that just means I replaced Tandy. And I thought that was so funny. Cloak and melon, you throw melons to heal people? Yes, that's what I do. Sleep Lorb. Where did Buddy Holly come from? Buddy Holly jump scare. I can't have been the only one to hear that, right? That guitar riff is like the start of Buddy Holly. Please don't tell me I'm the only one that heard that. Sleep Lorb. This is actually really cute. It says FNF. No, it's not. I didn't hear it at all. All I hear is Indian. I'm not talking about the funny riff there. I'm talking about the verse. When he goes, "What's with these homies? This is my girl." They hit that exact progression in that guitar solo. It was like, no, 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 no. I have been wanting to change up the eyes. Is this a good way to change up the eyes, actually? Because I don't hate the sexy eyes, so to speak. Sorry about that. My mom came in. It was kind of important. I don't know. Maybe Glebe Glorb is the way to go. But Glebe Glorb eyes aren't as expressive, I don't think. Unless, hold on. Mitosis. Mitosis. When you said your mom came in, my head went to Melon's mom, mommy. No, wait, that's not what I meant. Behave yourself. It's always this Avengers show, but never the good one with the banger intro. The actual banger intro. Sorry, that was mean, but also true. I love this song though. Not gonna lie. That's kind of cute, actually. I'll go to your house and eat your PC. You break it, you pay for it. Boyfriend and girlfriend might be the healthiest straight relationship in all of fiction. Only second to Morticia and Gomez Adams. I say as an outside observer who doesn't know all the lore. Obviously, I have to do the EPIs because that's kind of my signature. Oh no, the white is gone. I didn't think about that. Fine, I just... add it back in. This intro every stream, but no, never Earth's Mightiest Heroes. The Hi Sever, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Might silk my song on stream. You can't do that. Yes, on stream. STOS, you can't silk your song. What's another funny face? Can I even do sexy eyes with the with Glebe Glorb eyes? I could, right? It would just look like how the eyes look now. What about? I think I have to draw an entirely new Glebe Glorb for that. Wait, or do I? Squish. The fuck you mean? That's perfect. Yeah, these could make for really good emotes. I'm just testing to see if if these eyes work as like would work for a potential future model. And I think it can work. But I also don't think it can work. Cause like I see this with the big ol' eyes, and I'm like, it's cute, sure, but it's not me. This is me. I am the perpetually eepy. I could not look like this. What is this? Freddy 5'9". I watched the FNAF movie yesterday with my younger sibling. And every time something FNAF happened, we like pointed at the screen and pogged. It was funny. Like when he went fucking, his name is William after we went like Matt exactly. Matt showed them we were like I mean I had seen the movie before. I saw it in theaters with a friend. But it was so funny. It reminds me of those small PNG reactives with very exaggerated talking animations. Hmm. I was inspired by the new PNG that Sunday made for Hexa, where like it's a GIF, so like it talks by itself. I want to do something like that, and leave PNG Tuber Plus in the dust because it's very. I should have listened to Sunday. She was right. It's not good. It's not optimized. I can't even use it while playing games. I just like how bouncy it makes me. Look at me. Bounce, 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 bounce. How do I make the eyes look more sleepy without doing this? Unless I can make it this express emotions, which I doubt I can do. Mel plays colors when? Maybe one day. Hopefully one day I can play colors, but not now. Herb? Herb? Fuck, we're not even halfway through the through the video. Unless there's a switch up soon, then I think the song could have ended here. Okay, okay, I let him cook. I'll let him cook. Okay, the rest is credit. Oh, with an end credit scene. Whoa. Nah, skip that. The babies. The little babies. Wait, I redesigned Epsilon. Well, I still need to figure out how to make him animated. I asked Nerd for the plugin that he uses for Corgi. A long, long time ago, I asked him when I was still using Streamlabs instead of OBS Studio. I remember because you can't use that plugin with Streamlabs. You have to have OBS Studio. I need to figure out how it works because I want to have a little. I want Epsilon to be sitting in there, and then when they speak, they like move somehow. I don't know how they would move, but whatever. This is like evil timeline. This is like the evil timeline. If you think about it, GLaDOS kind of looks like a bug. Ghost Freak. No evil timeline. There can't be a timeline where I'm evil. Why would there be? You guys are just crazy. I would never be evil. Never. Never. Never evil. I would never be. Trust me, I would never be. Imagine if there was a timeline where Melon was more good and this is the evil timeline. You might be onto something. Is that the entire song? Are you serious? Something go wrong? No, that's the entire song. Okay, can we get the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes intro, please? Oh my goodness. I wait 11 per step before I listen to that theme again. When does it say it? When does it say penis? I don't know what to draw anymore. I've drawn so many melons. Hmm. There we go. That's the best beat drop of all time. don't know why. I don't know why I find this so funny. I don't know why it's so funny for me to be so fucking calm when a homunculus is pointing a gun at me and I'm just like, don't fucking shoot. World's about to break, tormented and attacked, lost from when we wake, with no way to look. Now I'm not alone. Avengers, assemble! Always we will fight as one until the battle's won. With evil on the run, will never come undone. Assemble, we are strong. Forever fight as one. Assemble, we are strong. Forever fight as one. Hell yeah. I need to rewatch Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'm gonna rewatch it when I get Disney Plus again to watch Fantastic Four. I have a whole list of things that I'm looking to watch when I get a subscription to Disney Plus. Obviously Fantastic Four. That's the whole reason I'm getting it. I think Twitch might get mad at me for this. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I need to rewatch. The Cloak and Dagger TV show, I'm curious about. You know what this feels like? This feels like the band is like floating in a circle around my head. There goes Russell past my ear and behind and across the other ear on his little drums. This is what it feels like. It feels like they're orbiting around my head. Here's Russell on the drums. Got fucking Judy over here. Murdoch on the bass over here. That's what it feels like. They're in the microwave spinning, listening to the Gorillaz on stage. Exactly. Alright. Mr. Invisible Man. Looks pretty good. Also Dracula. Here's Dracula. Did you see it? Oh my god, this song. I love this. Master. This song is beautiful. Do not ruin it. Do not ruin it by requesting the original. Did you know that Dracula or vampirism in the story of Dracula might be a metaphor for syphilis and closeted homosexuality? I'm sure any literary anyone in chat with a slight interest in literature already knows that. It's a very common interpretation of the story. Because it's believed that Bram Stoker was a closeted gay man. And he wrote Dracula about his like anxieties about sexuality in general. And like the vampires like animalistic like lust for blood. It's a metaphor for humans animalistic lust for sex. Essentially. Actually, no, I don't like him with the slick back hair. I'm going back to the little pomp. There. But still, he's not as gay as the openly queer Oscar Wilde and uh the picture of Dorian Gray, which features a lot of Segex in it. Normal people, when they realize that their favorite vampire book isn't actually about vampire. It really bothers me when I see discussion about the literature online. And there's always someone that's like, actually, the story isn't about anything metaphorical at all. It's exactly what it says on the book. The whole, the curtain, the blue curtain discussion. It's like some people just don't want to engage with media. I mean, I get it. If you just want to enjoy a piece of fiction as a piece of fiction and don't want to look into it deeper, then that's fine. You can enjoy fiction how you want, but you can't go up to other people and then say, actually, no." You're not supposed to look deeper because that goes against uh the point of literature. It's anti-intellectualism. Maybe that's the wrong term, but you know what I mean. Actually, be shallow. Exactly. Like people read The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe and they're like, oh yeah, it's about a guy that talks to a raven. That is not what it's about. Oh my god. But yeah, Dracula. I need to read Dracula. I bought the novel for my mom's birthday a few years ago. I wonder if I can ask her if I can read it. Because I've never actually read it. I want him to be more gray. For no other reason than it's a vibe, you know? What the hell? I just know it's a little doodle. Christ, I'm blind. I had pointed it out earlier. I was like, do you see it? Did you guys know that Dracula was likely not inspired by Vlad the Impaler, despite how prevalent that theory is, or that idea is? Bram Stoker's notes for Dracula does not mention Vlad the Impaler even once. Actually, I guess it makes sense. If his hair is starting to gray, that the ends would be grayed. I like that. That's a nice look for him. Though that thing came later, for what I know. Yeah. I haven't even read Dracula. I've just absorbed so much information about classic horror literature recently that I've just absorbed some knowledge. No little gray streak on the head. Shit, you're right. I love doing that. I love doing that for graying hair. I don't even know where I got it from. I just think it looks cool, I guess. Hamilton, an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore son, somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happened for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line. I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back at where I failed, and in every place I've checked, only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me amoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you got something to say, name a time and place face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, a daughter. 30 years of disagreement, sweet Jesus. Have the honor to be obedient servant, a daughter. Have the honor to be your obedient servant, .ham, a .burr. Hell yeah. I love Hamilton. Hey, dude, man. I'm a dude, man. I want more Hamilton. Put in like, um, what's one that I really like? Uh, I don't know. The election of 1800. Where's this from? That's a frog thing. And that's a bird guy. It's from an anime. I knew that much. Shangri-La Frontier? Oh, never heard of it. Surprise, surprise. I officially ran out of gothic horror novels, by the way. At least the notable ones. Technically, I haven't finished drawing Dr. Jekyll, but does Frankenstein count? He does indeed count. Well, this is Frankenstein's monster, not the doctor himself. Have you drawn Dorian Gray? I have indeed drawn Dorian Gray. I need to finish Dr. Jekyll, I guess. I don't like what I did with the hair, actually. But luckily, I was smart enough to put the hair in a completely different layer. Where's Victor? I don't... Do I want to draw Victor Frankenstein? I guess I should. Let me detail the monster a little bit better first. Because the hair was in the way and it made him look not as great. I can definitely do the hair a lot better. I do like how it looks like a homunculus. Or like a Titan from Attack on Titan. He's just a bunch of muscle, like, sewn together. Not even skin. What about Jack the Ripper? You see, I've considered it. I've considered Jack the Ripper. My main gripe with it is obviously he was a real guy. That's my main problem with including Jack the Ripper. He was a guy. He was a man. Have you seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? That is partly what inspired this entire idea. Well, I was watching. Okay, this is a little bit weird. There's this ASMR YouTuber who has done like a series of ASMR videos with like lore where like you, the POV character, are Van Helsing and you keep interacting with like these classic horror characters, which inspired me to like do something with classic horror characters myself. And it led me to starting reading the original graphic novel, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I finished the first volume and then started on the second one. And then I just watched a fucking 2-hour long video essay about it. And it made me lose interest in reading the rest of this thing. Not because, I got spoiled on everything that happens, because, I don't care about that. But because after the second volume, things just go batshit crazy and it's no longer about, like, classic literature. And it's more like a satire on the comic book industry. And, like, that's cool for what it is, but it's not what I wanted out of the series. So I think I'll just finish the second volume and then stop. But the thing is, with what I call it a project, even though it's kind of just a thing that I'm doing. I'm just sort of just drawing the characters. The problem is they don't really fit the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen if I'm doing just horror. Because if I'm just doing horror characters, then there's no Alan Quartermain, there's no Captain Nemo, there's no non-horror characters that appear throughout the series. Which is a shame because Captain Nemo is my favorite character in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He's like the voice of reason most of the time. I really like that. Nemo's cool though. Exactly, he's the coolest. Instead, my quote-unquote League of Extraordinary Gentlemen will include the likes of Dorian Gray, who was actually added in the movie adaptation, but that movie adaptation is not good. I've heard, and also Christine from Phantom of the Opera. I'm thinking of maybe substituting Nemo for Victor Frankenstein, because he kind of fits the vibe of like uh the reclusive smart guy, quote unquote. I kind of like that a lot better. What about werewolf, big swamp monster, bad monster, mummy? I tried. I looked, because I'm specifically doing literature, and while they're classic like monsters, they don't appear much in literature. The closest thing I find is like the deep ones from Shadow over Innsmouth by H.P. Lovecraft, and there are some late 1800s novels that have mummies in them. But those aren't explicitly horror, and they're definitely not gothic horror. So I'm a little bit meh about them. But there's no werewolves as I can find, at least, which is unfortunate. Which is a shame, because the second thing that inspired this idea is I mentioned this before, Lego Monster Fighters. Which, if you don't know what that is, it's a Lego theme from like 2008, 2009, I believe, which featured a bunch of monster hunters hunting for classic monsters. And it has this cool Victorian vibe about it. Sorry, but the monster looks like he's in it. It's not a face era. Kind of. Dr. Jekyll. Found my purple moon crystal last night and promptly lost it again. I need to go on Bricklink and search for the moonstones. Though they probably go for a lot these days. Do a witch slash old hag like Baba Yaga. if there's an example of that in Gothic literature. You see, I would gladly use a mummy or a werewolf. I would love to do that. But it goes against the point. My big struggle right now is Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft. Because they're also very notable in Gothic horror. But they don't really have notable creatures or characters. Well, Lovecraft has his creatures, but like they're so huge and cosmic. I need something more earthly, if that makes sense. So I guess I have to go with the deep ones. Your basis in books, yes. Yeah. There's a mummy character in a Bram Stoker novel. I forget what it's called. But the problem is that she doesn't appear as a mummy in the story. She appears as the spirit of an ancient Egyptian princess who's possessing a different girl. So that would be a little bit unfortunate. Music. So the monster side has Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll. A deep one from Shadow over Innsmouth to take the role of the Gill Man. Possibly the Invisible Man. I know that in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he is part of the League, but like he's kind of a villain and kind of also a monster. He was indeed included in Universal's monster movies, which firmly puts him in the monster category. I know I'm basing this off of literature, but like if if the movies consider him a monster, then he has to be on the monster side, right? Plus, he kind of looks like a mummy. Hello? Pain. You silly, you silly goose. You silly, silly goose. Imagine drawing the Invisible Man, but you just draw his sunglasses. I kind of did that. So I drew him twice. I drew a sketch of him where he's I just approximated his proportions and just drew a shirt and a hat and a cigar. And then I drew a proper like headshot of him with his fucking bandages on. Because that's like the iconic look. Should have been for an hour. You can't put it on for an hour. There's a limit on how long song requests can be. That's him. That's him, I guess. Also, hi, Tenant. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. One, 2 minutes is perfect when people start thinking. Yeah, because I saw song requests coming in and I was like, wait, why are they not playing? Did something go wrong again? And then I checked and there was a countdown on the screen and I was like, Pain. But now I think it's just done. Oh shit, that was not. Oh no. Oh no. But what did I do now? Okay, there we go. This looks like a Dr. Jekyll. Keyword, Dr. Jekyll. Not necessarily the one. What's his first name again? Was it Henry Jekyll? I believe it's Henry. Like from FNAF! Oh my god, guys, it's John FNAF. Why does it sound like South Park? It kinda does, actually, yeah. What the hell? See, that's pretty cool. I guess Dr. Jekyll kind of fills the role of like a Jack the Ripper figure, if you think about it. to get a little bit philosophical with it and a little bit literary analysis. Hold on, let me have some water. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and Jack the Ripper kind of spawned from the same place. The fears that spawned Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are the same things that led to Jack the Ripper in the real world, if you really think about it. Because if you didn't know, Victorian era London was had a huge focus on being proper. There were strict like social norms on both men and women on how to be proper, how to behave in public, and it led to a lot of people being very repressed in their daily life. And that's exactly the fear that inspired Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, very high class doctor with repressed urges who like makes a potion to change his appearance so he can go out and play out those urges. Okay. And yeah, while Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is 100% a fictional version of it, Jack the Ripper is the real consequences of that. So they kind of spawned from the same place, if you think about it. It's very interesting, the history. But anyway, there he is. He's a little bit two-faced right now. The perfect soundtrack for this conversation, by the way. How the story goes. Whoa. Yes, this is how the story goes. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. In the thick of it, everybody knows. They know me where it snows. I skied in and it froze. I don't know nothing about no ice. I'm just cold. 40 something millis up or so I've been told. I don't know who else to add to the roster anymore. I guess I could draw a deep one, but like there's no specific deep ones in the story. Well, there is. There's the guy. Well, no. Because there's a difference between the Innsmouth people and the deep ones. The Innsmouth people just have, they've interbred with the deep ones, and so they look kind of fishy. But the deep ones themselves are the fish guys that are in the sea. And within those, there aren't many notable characters. Hmm. Big hmm. Hey, dude, man, I'm a dude. I'm tweaking. Suck the tip of it, everybody. I'm sorry. I just love. I love when people make sus remixes of songs. Invisible Guy, one of those extravagant sleepy row. Here's the problem with having a Lovecraft character on the monster team. Because in the small amount of lore that I've cooked up, uh, the idea is that they summon like an elder god at some point. And while it's okay to have like two like characters, two or more characters from the same author, I don't want to just have several characters from like the same story. And with Lovecraft, kind of all of Lovecraft, all of Lovecraft stories are kind of connected on a cosmic scale, you know. So having so it feels kind of weird. Also, still, I need something from Edgar Allan Poe, but that dude doesn't even name most of his characters. I'm thinking either the guy from The Raven or the guy from the Telltale Heart, but they don't have names. Also, one's just a sad guy and the other is like a neurotic guy. They're not really that interesting. What about a Lovecraftian cultist? Hmm. Are there any specific cultists with names and personalities? Or are they just nameless guys who worship demons and they're only described by their race because Lovecraft be Lovecraft? There's plenty of named characters. Yeah, but most of the named characters are just regular dudes. There's nothing extraordinary about them. I need either like monstrous people or just otherwise extraordinary people. And I'm just a couple of a couple of people short. How many am I missing on the monster side? Let's see. We have Dracula. We have Frankenstein. We have Dr. Jekyll. We have the Invisible Man, maybe. Unless I move him to the other side. He's kind of just a guy, but at least he's like a murderer guy. And also he's invisible. I will stretch. And also hydrate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need like two more. Put a fishman here for now. Temporary fishman. And then on the other side, the extraordinary gentleman, but like the Walmart version of them. We have Christine from Phantom of the Opera. I could have used the Phantom himself, but like it's more interesting if it's Christine. We have Dorian Gray. Whatever, he's both. I always have to draw him next to his picture so you know that it's him, you know. Analog horror as picture. Um, Possibly Victor Frankenstein, who I haven't drawn yet, so I don't know what he looks like. What does he look like in the novel? He's just some broke college student who hates people. And then that kind of looked like a penis. Either fucking Abraham Van Helsing or Mina Harker, you know, because the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I think I want to go with Mina because while Van Helsing is the vampire hunter in the novel, Mina is just as knowledgeable about vampires and kind of becomes half vampire by the end of the novel because of a blood transfusion with Dracula. Which kind of makes her more extraordinary. There she is. One more spot. If I even choose to go with Mr. Victor. You what now? Why? Well, okay, I only know this because I've been watching a lot of videos about classic horror. I haven't actually read Dracula, so I don't know the details. But like essentially Dracula like sucked some of her blood and then made her suck some of his blood, and so they had this psychic link so that Dracula could spy on like the Van Helsing gang through her. She's not really a vampire, but like she has some weird psychic vampire abilities because Dracula. Most people forget about this guy, but what about Sweeney Todd from The String of Pearls? That's right. You're so right about that. But he's just another like what if Jack the Ripper, except I think he was made after the Whitechapel murders actually happened, so he's more just a reference to Jack the Ripper. Meanwhile, Dr. and Jekyll and Mr. Hyde were just kind of a a prediction. But like What about Miss Lovett? I'm just gonna. You might recognize this fella, but I'm just gonna draw. Um, Edgar Allan Poe, like in the flesh. Just because I can. I really like how Dracula turned out, though. He looks really cool. He sucked the tip of it, busted in his nose. I'm sorry. Oh, we're at 3 hours. All right. I'm not gonna force myself to stream much longer. I was just about to switch to my regular playlist, but okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, dude, man, I'm a dude. I want to watch Hotel Transylvania, but I can't find it anywhere. Hey, dude, man, I'm a dude, man. The legend is wrong. It was the wife who died. Gonna head out, hit against something to yes out of the roof. Take care, Melon Chat. Okay, Pain. Take care. I hope you feel better soon. That sounds very yucky, very no fun. Do I put the Invisible Man with the humans like he was in the the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Because in that case, I would have to get rid of him here, and then I'm missing two people. But you know, I might as well because I don't know who to put here. I think it might be a good idea. Keyword might. So we got Dracula and Frankenstein. Like in Lego Monster Fighter. We got Fishman, like the Gill Man. We got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, who transforms, which is kind of like Wolfman, if you think about it. Which means all I need is a mummy guy and a ghost guy. But there's no ghost guy. I mean, I'm sure there's some gothic horror novels that feature ghosts. Or other supernatural entities. Like ghosts. He's still human, he just happens to be see-through, so probably. I mean, the same can be said for Dr. Jekyll. But I guess he has more murderous intent than the Invisible Man, who still has murderous intent, by the way, just not as much. But I guess he fits in if fucking Dorian Gray fits in. Still not sure about Victor Frankenstein. Mostly because there already is Frankenstein's monster. And I already have Dracula and Mina being from the same story. Anyway. But no, I think having wrong layer. I think having him here makes a little bit of sense. But then the question is, do I replace Victor Frankenstein with an Edgar Allan Poe character? And who do I put here? I guess I could put Sweeney Todd. I don't know. Anyway, Moonstone. I'm just kind of copying what they look like in the Lego set. Maybe I should make them look like actual moonstones, because that's an actual gemstone. Yeah, that's kind of cool. They feel very Infinity Stone-esque, though. But yeah, Dracula, I like how he turned out. Probably the biggest takeaway from the stream. I can draw Dracula. I can draw a pretty fucking cool Dracula. Bagus pinted. Bagus pinted. Bagus pinted. I should turn that into a sound alert. Bagus pinted. When I rebrand and need new new sound alerts, I can use Bogos Minted. What? Wang. Well, we can move over here now. Stream. Man, this sure has been a stream. Don't know what else to say other than it's been a stream. Let's see who's streaming right now. Who we can raid. Oh, Kathna is streaming. We never get to raid Kathna. Not often, at least. But before that, I don't know if there are any new people in chat, but I'm gonna put some links regardless. You can follow my Bsky where I post art occasionally. Sometimes I might put some of these horror character doodles, since I've done so many of them. I can put them all in one post and be like, hey, check out these guys. But yeah, there's my Bsky if you want to follow. Also, my YouTube VOD channel where I upload all my VODs at the end of the week. In case there's a particular stream you like and you would like to revisit it. Also a Discord. We have a Discord server. Not much to say about it other than that we have it. and it's a nice place for the community to hang out. And also, it's the best place to be notified when I go live. You just go in there and you grab yourself the Melon Watcher role, and you'll be pinged every time I go live. Ugh, I need to drink some water. Water. Also, my VGen, where I host my commissions. I'm thinking of updating them soon. Make them a little better, you know? But yeah, if you like my art and you would like to get a piece for yourself, then you can commission me on VGen. It's very much appreciated, but obviously not required. Keep your money if you need it, but if you do have money to spend and you want some cool art, it's very much appreciated. Anyway, let's put the raid messages in. There we go. Boom, raid message. Grab yourself a raid message with these wonderful emotes made by Nerd, who we love. Shout out to Nerd. He's not streaming. He's not streaming. Wow. But anyway, we're gonna raid Kathna. Just gonna start the raid. Did I finish my coffee? I did. Of course I did. I'm a coffee guzzler. I just guzzle that shit down like it's a thing to do and it doesn't mess up my system. When it absolutely does. Anyway, can drink some more water. And do a little stretch. Whew. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll be back again on Monday, playing probably Marvel Rivals because Daredevil will be out today. Yippee! But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. As always, make sure you eat food and drink water and take care of yourself. Also have a wonderful weekend because it's a weekend. I won't be back till Monday. But on Monday, it's gaming time. It's time for Daredevil. But yeah, make sure you eat food, drink water, take care of yourself, take your meds if you have them, if you need to take them. Do that, remember. And yeah, say hello to Kathna on the raid. And I hope to see you all back again next time. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.